Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about truck driver retention. Now before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased on owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always guys, big thank you for all the likes you've provided on all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about truck driver retention, an often missed but quite important aspect of running a trucking company that a lot of folks simply don't have the time or willingness to focus on. So let's talk about truck driver retention. So today we're actually visiting in our Nebraska offices, and we got to talking about truck driver retention to get an idea of how do we work and what can we do better to retain the talent that we have in our companies, and how can other companies such as yours retain the truck drivers that you work so hard to recruit, to train, and ultimately get on the road. So got some notes as always here. Let's talk about what is trucking and how is it different from other businesses. Well, trucking is an extremely capital intensive business. It needs a lot of money in order to operate the trucking company, well above and beyond the cost of purchasing trucks and trailers, right? Operating costs are very high. At the same time, trucking has very low barriers to entry. It does not require some high level of education. You don't need to have a PhD to drive a truck. So the barriers to entry in the trucking industry are low. So you have some some easy things, you have some difficult things. Ultimately, in order to run a trucking company, you have to have two things. You have to have money, and you have to have courage to not only run a trucking a business, but a trucking business, which is an extremely razor thin profit margin business, especially when you don't consider the elevated rates that we're seeing in the markets today, and just consider the normal operating basically rates that you would get under normal market conditions, as well as the operating costs that come with this business. Now, trucking company owners generally have to wear lots of different hats because of the fact that they're a small company. They can't afford to hire people to basically fulfill or to fill those other types of positions, such as dispatchers, salespeople, safety managers. They have to be all those people. They have to be the billing clerk, the bookkeeper, and usually, and in most cases, they also have to usually drive the truck as well, right? Especially when they're just a one truck owner operator, and they're looking to expand into their second or third truck. So they have to do all these jobs themselves. And adding driver retention only basically overwhelms them, put it that way. After you've done all these things and drove the truck, delivered the load, thinking about driver retention is basically just boils over. It's an impossibility for most folks, and it's unfortunately so, because this is a very important aspect of the business, because few companies do any sort of strategic planning in terms of what their plans are for growth, fleet expansion, and how they're planning to not only retain the drivers, but how are they going to even recruit these drivers that they need to retain in the long run, and what this video is ultimately about. So they come down to generally two options, which comes down to being understaffed and doing everything yourself, or hiring additional staff before there is revenue to cover the additional expenses and the salaries required to retain those staff members. And that in itself creates two more options of how do you actually combat this. Well, you could do it through, as I would say, filtration and proper training. This is the preferred method. You filter the folks that are coming in to make sure you're hiring the proper talent for the positions needed to be filled, and you provide proper training so that they do the tasks that need to be basically handled, right? The problem with that is that it takes time, and a lot of people would rather cut corners, but this is the preferred method. The second and most often used option is basically the more hectic option that results in rushed processes, rushed training, and generally creates a hectic company culture with very low driver retention, and in many cases, retention of other essential employees. So to combat this, you have 5 things that you can do. And if you can hit these 5 things, you're going to have a very happy company culture. So we'll start off with number 1 is pay, right? Pay your drivers, pay them well, and they have to be able to make a very good living outside of just making the ends meet. Okay, we can't be nickel and diming drivers. Number 2, quality equipment. Provide quality equipment. Drivers need to feel safe. They need to be proud of the equipment that they're driving. Bottom line, you have to have quality equipment in good running operating conditions. Communication. You have to provide the type of company culture that allows drivers to communicate amongst drivers, amongst the staff members. They should be able to reach the company owner, the president of the company, whatever. The entire company needs to be able to communicate. This is very, very important because we are human. After all, communication is a big part of being human. They have to have a sense of acknowledgement. So outside of the paycheck that they're receiving, they need to feel acknowledged that what they're doing is making a difference and not just filling the pockets of everyone involved. So it's more than money. Money is important, but acknowledgement is also very, very important. And finally, they have to have a sense of available opportunity. So they should have opportunity for advancement. They should be able to have opportunity for expansion, for growth, and to feel like they have a ways to go, and that they're not going to have to be just a truck driver for the rest of their life. If they want to get into other departments, into other offices, or do some sort of other ways of maybe hiring their own drivers or making other ways of increasing their income, that those opportunities are available. Take care of these 5 things and you will have a very happy company culture and have very high levels of truck driver retention. So guys, as always, please hit the like button on this video if you haven't done so yet. I'm going to switch over to camera. We're going to look over the loads we booked for our customers, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Going to start off with a reefer coming at Denison, Iowa, going to Detroit, Michigan. It's a 40,000-pound load of fresh pork at 28 degrees on a reefer, 704 miles booked at $4,100. That's $582 per mile. Then out of Detroit, zero deadhead, short run going to Canton, Michigan. It's actually same facility that they delivered at. It's a very light load of 6,000 pounds of frozen bacon, just 4 pallets, in and out delivery, straight through, delivered by noon the same exact day. Only 26 miles booked at $600. Got them $23.08. Really good day if you ask me. Then Saline, Michigan, go to Carroll Stream, Illinois, 41,000-pound load of non-alcoholic beverages. This was a dry load. The reefer stayed off on this one, 270 miles, booked at $900, got them $3.25. Then Geneva, Illinois to Rochelle, Illinois, another short, real quick run, 43.5 on the load, load of cheese, 42 miles, booked at $8.50, got them $20.24 per mile. They finished off at a Belvedere, Illinois, going to Winter Haven, Florida. 40,000-pound load of mixed produce, 34 degrees on a reefer, 1,251 miles, booked at $5,100. Great way to finish off the week, 408 per mile on this one. These guys killed it. They ran Tuesday to Monday, so only 6 days on the road actually. $11,550 in gross. Ran 2,300 miles on the dot at 502 per mile average, loaded mile. Fantastic. Very well done. Next, we got ourselves a dry van. Coming out of Demopolis, Alabama, going to De Pere, Wisconsin. It's a 41,000-pound load of paper rolls. 983 miles booked at $2,400. Got them $244 a mile. Then Sheboygan, Wisconsin to Morristown, Tennessee. It's a 6,000-pound load of retail goods. 701 miles booked at $2,700. Got them $385 a mile. Then Bean Station, Tennessee to Fall River, Wisconsin. It's a 40,000-pound load of packaging film. The 711 miles booked at $2,300, got them $323 a mile. And then they finished off with Walworth, Wisconsin, going to Statesville, North Carolina. It's a 41,000-pound load of paint. 787 miles booked at $4,000, got them $508 a mile, and a very good amount of miles. Very well done. These guys ran 3,182 loaded miles at $358 per mile average, running Saturday to Friday afternoon. Did a fantastic job with $11,400 in their dry van, running, like I said, almost 3,200 miles. This is a very nice lady, the dispatchers had mentioned here. Definitely doing better than most of the guys out there running. So guys, that's a heads up to you. And 3,182 on the miles with only 200 miles of deadhead, almost 11.5 for the week. Very well done to the ladies. Next, we have ourselves another reefer coming out of, let's take a look here. We got a reefer coming out of Grand Island, Nebraska, going to Hatfield, Massachusetts. This is 42.7 on the load of frozen miscellaneous products, running -10 on a reefer. 1,350 miles booked at $5,500. Got them $407 a mile. Then Allentown, PA to Forest Park, Georgia, 38,000-pound load of pet food. Basically, it's a Kroger delivery, 33 to 39 on a reefer, 804 miles booked at $35 $100, got them $4.35 a mile. Then McDonough, Georgia to Memphis, Tennessee, 15,000 pound light load of Kroger to Kroger frozen product delivery is basically a product transfer. 420 miles booked at $1,700, got them $4.05 a mile. And finished off with Brownsville, Tennessee, going to Lexington, South Carolina. It's a 37,600 pound load of frozen foods at -5 on a reefer. 596 miles booked at $2,800, got them $4.70 per mile. Very, very well done. Running Tuesday to Tuesday, 13.5 for the week in gross, $13,500, running 3,170 loaded miles at $4.26 per loaded mile average on this reefer. Very, very well done. Next, we got ourselves an interesting one. Only 2 loads on this one. This is a dry van coming out of Laredo, Texas, going to Bismarck, North Dakota. It's a 5,000 pound load of light bulbs, 1,546 miles with a light load, booked at $6,000, got him $3.88 a mile in this dry van. Then out of, looks like, is it Gwinner, North Dakota, with a 1-pick 3 dropper going to Twin Falls, Idaho, Chico, California, and a final in Stockton, California. This is a 30,000 pound load of Bobcat parts, delivering to Bobcat local shops, 10 to 15 minutes per drop, very quick in and out. 1,862 miles booked at $4,800, got them $258 per mile. These guys ran Thursday to Thursday, grossed $10,800 in a regular dry van, ran 3,408 miles, loaded at $317 per loaded mile. Only had 190 deadhead miles for the entire total, running $317 per loaded mile. Ended up in a fantastic market, hottest market on the map at the time of booking, out in Stockton, California, and not wasting any time loading, unloading, or any unnecessary stops and facilities. 10.8, 3,400 miles, very well done on just 2 loads. Next, we got a reefer coming out of Mount Crawford, Virginia, going to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a 35,000 pound load of dairy products, 40 degrees on a reefer, 288 miles booked at $2,050. That's $712 per mile. Then Charlotte, North Carolina, going to Clanton, Alabama, 30,000 pound load of frozen Italian foods, running at -10 on a reefer, 436 miles booked at $2,200, got them $505 per mile. Then Sylacauga, Alabama, going to Medicine Lodge, Kansas. This is a 43,000 pound load of building materials, 904 miles booked at $25.50, got them $282 a mile. And it finished off with Goddard, Kansas, going to Clackamas, Oregon, 41,000 pound load of dry, basically dry groceries, dry load, no reefer on this one. Kroger to Kroger, another product transfer, 1,734 miles booked at $5,700, got them $329 a mile. Finished off very, very strong, running Sunday to Sunday, grossed $12,500 on their reefer, running 3,362 miles at an average of $372 per loaded mile. Absolutely amazing, amazing rates, especially considering they're heading west. Very well done. And we're going to finish off with a dry van coming out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, going to Roth, Oklahoma. This is a 43,000 pound load of resin molding compounds, 957 miles booked at $3,400, got them $355 a mile. Then Muskogee, Oklahoma, with a 1-pick 2 dropper out in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, and a final in Louisville, Kentucky. 20,000 pound load of dry goods, 700 miles booked at $22.50, got them an easy $321 per mile. Then Jeffersonville, Indiana to Farragut, Tennessee. This is a 17,000 pound load of water. Quite light for a water load. 252 miles booked at $1,700, got them $675 a mile. They finished off with Dandridge, Tennessee, going to Burlington, North Carolina. This is a 38,000 pound load of empty cans. 264 miles booked at $13.50, got them $511 per mile. These guys did very, very well. Ended up running only 2,123 miles, running Friday to Friday. Got an amazing gross for the miles at $8,700 at $4 a mile, loaded on the dot. Very, very good load, and really good money without any of the toll roads. Keep in mind where they ran. No loads, no tolls, no additional extra fees, no waiting. There was a $300 detention. That was a bit of a difficult week for us to book out, but I think the dispatchers did very well with a $4 average on a good amount of miles and a good gross for a regular dry van. So guys, as always, every week I publish these videos, and I tell you that if you're a leased on owner operator, if you're a carrier, if you got company drivers, whatever your situation, if you're not making this kind of money, you're missing out. And this is what we do. This is what we've been doing for years. So all you have to do is call or text us at 801-448-6363. You can also go to our website at aftdispatch.com/go. Any of our web pages, you're going to see a little chat box that's going to be kind of scrolling through the bottom here for an example. Just fill that out. It takes 10 to 15 seconds. They'll send you, you'll send your information to us. We'll get in touch with you. We'll answer any and all questions that you may have, and we'll get you on your way. But again, 801-448-6363. You got to reach out, get in touch with us, and we'll get you going. This kind of money is not going to last forever, and if you're not making it, you're missing out. So until next week, guys, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.